If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's April 28, 2020. And today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day out of the United States at 4 p.m. South African time, consumer confidence numbers coming out. Now, the consumer confidence is a major number, okay? Just as important as FOMC. And really, in light of where we are right now, this number is going to be really in the spotlight. Now, lots of numbers still coming out this week with corporate earnings. But first, looking at the Forex symbols, they're trading flat on very low volume. We're back to where we were about 8 weeks ago. And looking at the indices, the Dow Jones pushed higher yesterday, but it really didn't because it was a mixed bag and it was very choppy trading yesterday looking at it. And looking at today, it could be that it's just pumping it up right before these numbers are coming out. Now, looking at the commodities, gold could not break its resistance at 1700, couldn't sustain itself above 1700, and then retraces. Oil falling apart again yesterday, back to the 12-ish area, $12 a barrel. Now, lastly, looking at the stocks, it was a mixed day, but both Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft were all pretty much down yesterday and trading very weak. Now, this is in anticipation of these corporate earnings that are coming out. Now, tomorrow we have Google coming out and I believe Apple. And then on Thursday, Facebook and Microsoft come out with corporate earnings. So this is a major preface to what's going to happen later in the week. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're taking a look here at the Euro USD. You can see pretty much we've been in a flat line here. Okay, trading a 108.15-ish level in a 40 pip range. This is really almost impossible to trade. Okay, in all honesty, to trade the Euro USD right now is quite difficult. I mean, you've got to be really timing your entry and exit very perfectly in order to make this, 40 pips. Now, I'm not saying you can't scalp it, but it is very difficult. Now, looking at the GBP, same story. We're really flat. So a lot of people are just putting some money on the sidelines, waiting for this consumer confidence number to come out, to see how the corporate earnings are going to come out, to see how, the easing of the lockdowns is going to come about. So I think we're still too early to say, and I think the markets are just playing safe. Now, jumping into the commodities, we're looking at gold here. As you could see, gold retracing at this 1730-ish level as we had that just falling apart below 1712. And once we broke that, 1696 right now. We're just perking up just a little bit right now, but we're under 1700, which is an important psychological number for us. So we may see this actually trading within a range still, okay, as these numbers can continue coming out. Now, looking at oil, this is falling apart now, trading at $11 a barrel, okay? We're really back to where we were almost a week ago. And it seems like the market is not really fazed by it. Okay, you don't see on the news that, hey, the price of oil per barrel is $11. It's the end of the world. It seems that this has been digested. Okay, and they're expecting this. Now, when will this perk up? Obviously, when the lockdown kind of eases and we see transportation, especially international transportation, actually start perking up again, we'll see it come up. But this can definitely test its lows of $9.50 a barrel, and that could continue. Now, jumping into what we're looking at right now is the Dow Jones. Now, the Dow Jones yesterday was kind of perky yesterday with just, trading sideways. Okay, we ended the week last week on a positive note towards the upper range of this 23,800-ish level, and we rallied. Now, we are hitting, if you look at a daily, we're hitting this resistance-ish area. Now, I know that there's a lot of lines here, so it's hard to see, but ultimately, right here, we've tested this once before, and I think that we're going to be testing it today. Now, a lot of eyes are going to be looking at this consumer confidence number coming out of 4 o'clock South African time. I do expect some volatility. Now, just a couple of points here. All right, this last rally that we had, okay, I know it's going to be a little bit difficult to see this, but this last rally that we had, okay, right here, you could see that the volume is actually very low. The volume to this last rally has been very low. It could mean that it is actually, quote unquote, a fictitious rally, if you call it a bear rally, a little bit of a bear bounce, okay? But we're not out of the woods yet, okay? What would be the telling sign for us to be out of the woods is that if we traded above this 24,451-ish level, okay, which we tested a couple of weeks ago, and we also, okay, on the last preface, this was, if we look at multi-year resistance and support, this was multi-year support, okay, which was very important precedent for us quite before. So this may be a telltale sign for something that shows us that we're getting to the point where we're capitulating and possibly going down further, okay? It could be, all right? But take a look at it. You've got to look at the individual stocks. When we look at them yesterday, Apple actually was almost unchanged on the day. It looks like it's up here, but it's really unchanged on the day. Facebook was down on the day. If we look at Amazon, also down on the day. Now this is down, just a small percentage for its all-time highs, okay? So it's not like this is a clear sign that it's a sell-off, okay? I think people are just, and traders especially, even professional traders, are just being a little bit cautious going into these numbers because it's not really 100% sure which way it'll go. However, yesterday, looking at the banks, JP Morgan was up a couple of dollars, okay, to 94.52. So that showed some strength yesterday. So rotation is still there, okay, in the markets that we're seeing. Certain things are going up, but certain things are not. And so we have to really take it all in stride. Now, like I said, consumer confidence later today is going to be a very clear sign as which way we'll go. And then after that, we're going to have the corporate earnings, especially from Google and Apple tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we're going to have, I believe it's Facebook and Microsoft that are coming out. So really a lot of major numbers coming out later today and tomorrow. So just be tuned. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.